The Wheel of Time Season 2 cleverly teased the biggest twist in the books involving Moiraine with a scene that flipped a key moment from the source material. For the most part, Moraine's arc in the Wheel of Time Season 2 was an invention of the series. But while much of it didn't stem from Robert Jordan's 14-book Wheel of Time series, that's not to say her next stories won't pull from the novels either. The book version of Rosamund Pike's Moiraine Damodred undertakes a long journey in her efforts to ensure that Rand al'Thor fulfills his destiny as the Dragon Reborn. But unlike Mat, Perrin, Egwene, and Nynaeve, Moiraine isn't around for the entirety of the narrative. Due to her death in the fires of heaven, Moiraine missed out on several books. Curiously, the events that led to her absence were foreshadowed in the Wheel of Time Season 2 finale. Moraine's death in the fires of heaven explained. The White Aja in Wheel of Time. Moiraine was supposedly killed at the end of the fires of heaven. Furious at finding out about the night Rand had spent with Aviendha, Lanfear attacked him. Moiraine came to his defense and flung herself at Lanfear, taking them through a doorframe ter'angreal, where they vanished from sight. When this happened, Lan's bond with her broke, causing it to pass on to another Aes Sedai. Partially due to this, it was widely assumed that passing through the doorframe ter'angreal had killed both Moiraine and Lanfear. Of course, neither character was truly dead. The consequences were still significant, though, as she was presumed dead for a long time. On account of her apparent sacrifice, Moiraine didn't appear in The Lord of Chaos, A Crown of Swords, The Path of Daggers, Winter's Heart, Crossroads of Twilight, or The Gathering Storm. She didn't make her re-entry into the series until Book 12, The Towers of Midnight, when it was revealed that Moiraine had crossed over safely into the Tower of Genji, which connects to the realms of the Elfin and the Eelfin. How Wheel of Time Season 2 referenced Moraine's disappearance. The incident that facilitated Moraine's disappearance in the books was hinted at in the Season 2 finale when the characters were in the ways with Lanfear. Rather than escort Moiraine and Lan all the way to their destination, Lanfear used the One Power to abruptly push the two through a way gate, leaving them stranded outside Fam, giving herself a moment alone with Rand. There's a strong sense of irony to be found in Lanfear pushing Moiraine through a portal-like doorway. This moment helps to establish the rivalry between Moiraine and Lanfear, while also teasing what's to come between the two characters as the story progresses. It gives more meaning to what will ultimately occur between them, which will effectively reverse the situations of the two enemies. If the show follows the books, it will be Moiraine pulling a surprise on Lanfear by shoving her through a doorway when they meet in Caerhine, which will be quite the opposite of their interaction in the ways. Wheel of Time's Moiraine tease makes her death more likely, even if it's handled differently. Moiraine looking at the distance in the Wheel of Time Season 2. Based on Moraine's greater importance to the show's story in comparison to the books, there were doubts as to whether Amazon's version would keep the Fires of Heaven's ending. The decision to foreshadow Moraine's fate in the book in the Wheel of Time is an indication that the series does indeed intend to tackle it at some point. But while it is more likely to happen after the Season 2 finale's hint, it could still go through some considerable changes for the small screen. Regardless of how pivotal Moiraine and Lanfear's story in the Fires of Heaven is to the overarching narrative, it's hard to imagine the show excluding Moiraine from so many chapters in the Dragon Reborn saga. Pike has top billing in the Wheel of Time cast, with Moiraine being treated as one of the main protagonists. Were the show to copy the books where Moiraine is concerned, she would be missing until one of the show's final seasons.